Hello, Jeez.
Hello. Yeah.
I think we can start the event.
Yeah.
Our judges
Is
also joined
Praveen
the event.
present in the Praveen?
I don't think so. I think he's busy now. He told me that
Okay.
he'll
Okay.
join later. We'll see.
Yeah. Sure. Then that will start the event.
Yeah, we can start it.
Okay. First of all, I'm just listing out the finalists. Finalists, please ensure that you are present. Please mark your presence here. Finalist one is Niranjana Davis from Jubilee Mission Medical College. Is Niranjana present?
Yes, I'm present.
Yeah. Thank you. And the second finalist is LV Simhachalam from KIMS and RF, Andhra Pradesh. Simhachalam is present.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, thank you. And third finalist is Tejas Singla from MAMC, New Delhi.
Yes, present.
Yeah, thank you. And fourth finalist is S. Raghava Lakshmi from Pondicherry Institute of Medical Science.
Good evening, sir. I'm present.
Yeah, thank you. And the final finalist is Anzim Nazim from Jubilee Mission Medical College.
Yes, I'm present.
Thank you. So all the finalists are there. So we'll start the event. A warm good evening to everyone present here. So myself, G. Benny from SNO Tamil Nadu State Council, General Assistant Medical Education Team. I'm very proud and happy welcoming you all to the Adrenalgics 2022 presented by SNO Tamil Nadu Hackathon, Hack It Up Med Hackathon event. So as you all know, Hackathon is a smart, innovative technological event where people brainstorm their ideas on a particular field uh, for the development and better development of the concerned field. Where when coming to the Med Hackathon, conducted across the world, like several Med Hackathons are conducted throughout the world to bring people to brainstorm their innovative ideas in the field of medicine to ensure more and more modernized, cost-effective, and safer ways of healthcare patient and care. So I'm sure all the finalists today are gonna crack the nutshells with their innovative medical ideas today, and they're gonna make the day a very knowledge worthful day for the participants as well as for us, me and Rohit, as well as for the judge. So I guess I'm handing over to Rohit to welcome the judge of our today's event. Rohit.
Yeah, thank you, Jeez. So today's event will be judged by Hema ma'am, Assistant Professor of Community Medicine. She's a very friendly ma'am, but at the same time, she's a faculty who strives for the best and expects the same in her students. Thank you so much for accepting to join this event and deciding to judge our participants, ma'am. I hope we will give you a good time.
Hi, Rohit.
Hi,
Hi,
ma'am.
Jees. Hi, participants. Good evening.
Good evening,
Are you
ma'am.
able to hear me?
Good
Good
evening,
evening.
ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Perfectly audible, ma'am.
Yeah, okay. I'm also eagerly waiting to listen to and also visualize all your presentations. Hope you all enjoy the event along with me. Are we good to go? Shall we start?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you so much, ma'am. Jeez, can we?
Yeah.
I think we
All the
can
best
start
to
now.
all the participants.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah.
Yeah, Rohit. Shall we proceed with
Okay,
start with the
so
presentation?
who wants to present first? Is anyone willing to present first in the participants? Or else we'll go with alphabetical order. Or you can say who wants to present first.
Yeah, I will present first.
Okay, good
I
luck,
can
good luck.
present.
Come on. Oh, two
Okay,
people.
LV Simhachalam from KIMS and RF, Andhra Pradesh is gonna present first for today's event. All the best for all the finalists.
Yeah, thank you. Yes, can I present my screen?
Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
So, good evening, respected madam and all my dear fellow presentees. Now, I am going to present our idea about Care Your Heart application for post-cardiac rehabilitation services. So, I am Dr. L.V. Simachalam, an intern from Konisema Institute of Medical Sciences, Amlapuram, Andhra Pradesh. So the basic idea of our project is, according to the American Heart Association, the estimated prevalence of cardiovascular diseases is around 54.5 million in India by the year 2016, and the cardiac rehabilitation services available to the patients. So thereby the out-of-pocket expenditure has been increasing for the patients. So our focus area is basically the cardiac rehabilitation. So we want to focus on the rehabilitation services like the exercise and education and behavior changes among the cardiovascular patients. So to prevent the further attacks of cardiovascular diseases. So the niche statement, cost-effective way to prevent heart attack in patients with existing cardiac disease. So our target population is the patients who are having our existing cardiac disease. So the effective strategy must have personalized rehabilitation services, and it should have some real-time monitoring and evidence-based information to educate the patients, and implementation of the rehabilitative services without disrupting their day-to-day activities of the user, and also communication with the experts. So to tackle this problem, we are coming with a product called Care Your Heart, a digital health monitoring platform which helps to personalize the rehabilitative services according to the convenience and lifestyle of the user. So the current solutions which are available in the market, so there are some hospital-based cardiovascular rehabilitation services and some home-based cardiovascular rehabilitation services which are very costly, and some tele-rehabilitation services which are also very costly and not available in India. So these current solutions are not available in every city, and very few hospitals have these cardiovascular rehabilitative services, and they are highly expensive. Even middle class family cannot afford it. Only it gives until the phase 2 cardiovascular rehabilitation. So there are 4 phases of cardiovascular rehabilitation. One is the first stage is the hospital patient in the hospital period, and then post discharge period, and it is a pre-exercise period, and then it's the in the educating the patient, and the 4th phase includes the maintenance of this rehabilitation services. So mostly the current solutions are available up to the this phase 2 during the post discharge period. So we want to focus on beyond the phase 2, that is as the education program, and also maintaining it further. So our solution, Care Your Heart, it is a digital platform, customized rehabilitative services from the phase 2, that is from post-discharge and pre-access period, to the phase 4, that is a maintenance period, will be given. And then it includes 24/7 monitoring of lifestyle and modifiable risk factors, both clinical and non-clinical, using the apps and wearables, and personalized therapy suggestions from the various experts uh, uh, who are included in our services. So also incorporation of rehabilitative practices based on the patient's day-to-day convenient timelines. As the experts included in our services will monitor them, and the daily patient-to-patient convenient timelines will be laid down. So our Care Your Heart digital platform has both clinical and non-clinical parameters will be taken into consideration, and it increases the recovery and decreases the heart attack recurrence. So it aids the user starting at the either in phase 2 or phase 3 or phase 4 of their cardiovascular rehabilitation, and helps them keep track of their cardiovascular health. So how it works is it collects and monitors the user's data 24/7 for a sustainable period through the wearables, and then depending on his lifestyle, a personalized regimen will be suggested by the expert to incorporate into his day-to-day life without disrupting his lifestyle. Using various algorithms and the data that would be incorporated into the platform, these changes will be automated further according to the convenience. So it will also compare the various modifiable factors which increase in the research during the time, and like diet, physical activity, BMI, stress levels are taken into consideration towards promoting the good health of the patient. So Care Your Heart will be the first of its kind in India, serving as digital, cost-effective cardiovascular rehabilitation services to its users. So the market size will be very huge as the cardiovascular diseases are the most common causing morbidity and mortality. So looking at the global and Indian increase in the cardiovascular diseases, stents and cardiovascular rehabilitation services will play a major role in the upcoming times and also in the current time. So Care Your Heart will serve as the first digital cardio rehabilitative service provider to the users in India with a tremendous growth potential. So according to the current analysis, the cardiovascular rehabilitation market in US is up to 1.37 billion during the year 2018, and it is expected to reach more than that 2.29 billion by the year 2026. And so these are my references, and I will end the presentation. Thank you, ma'am.
Okay. Dr. Simhachalam?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. It was a nice presentation indeed. Your presentation had good clarity, and the positive points about your presentation were you had initially projected the cardiovascular diseases statistics related to that, and also you mentioned how important it is that people spend a lot out of pocket.
Yes, ma'am.
So the out-of-pocket expenditure for cardiovascular diseases is really very high, and that is the most important reason for the topmost reason for mortality at the global level is cardiovascular diseases. So it is a really very important topic. So there was a lot of clarity in your presentation. And regarding I have some doubts. So you said 24/7 monitoring or collection and monitoring of data related to the patient. So how is it going to happen?
Through the wearables, we provide the monitoring will be taken place, madam. So from the patient will have some mobile app.
Wearables in the sense, is it like a watch or something that is
Yes,
connected to the
madam.
mobile phone?
Like a watch. We are in the ideation stage, madam. We are thinking of that wearables, how
Okay.
it will be more low cost and better available to the patient.
What is the approximate cost that is expected to be spent by a patient?
Yes, madam. Approximately 2,000 to 3,000 provide. Like furthermore, we can after the research we will try to decrease the burden on the patient.
There are already a lot of apps existing, like, for example, Healthify Me or something like that, that keep a track of the patient's like blood pressure or their vitals as well as the diet that they take daily, so that they can monitor the calorie intake and so on. You mentioned about the stress levels. How are you going to monitor the stress levels? Is there any measure?
Ma'am, for the stress
How are you
levels,
going to?
these some blood pressure and the heart rate can be some stress monitor markers, madam. So we'll try to include another other psychiatric parameters also to be included in the app, madam. So that
I'm not sure. I would like to mention a point that as on date, we do not know how to measure the level of stress a person is undergoing. We know that stress is directly related
pursuits,
to
yes, ma'am, pursuits,
non-communicable diseases,
yes,
but we do not know what is the level of stress a person is undergoing. So just because you mentioned that there's going to be a 24/7 monitoring of all these things about a patient, I just wanted to get it clarified from you.
yes,
And so it is more like an app, right?
yes, ma'am.
And the experts that you mentioned, so including the expert opinion and monitoring of all these things, it is going to cost around 2,200 something per
Yes,
patient, right?
yes, ma'am.
Okay. Yes. Thank you so much, Alan. Shall we
Thank
have
you.
the next presenter?